What's up, you guys? Sarge the Boss here, and today I'm taking a look at everybody's favorite sidekick and lovable character, Chewbacca, aka Chewie. This guy has been something I've been on my want list for years in the Collecting Black series, and he's finally going to complete a team that I just adore, the Rebellion. So I got one step foot in the door to complete the Rebellion, because I'm only missing two. I needed R2-D2 and C-3PO, but regardless, right here, this is Chewbacca, and this is my very first one in the Black Series line. And I'm just super excited to have look at his face. He looks really cute. Before we take a look at that, let's take a look at the packaging. So, this starts with the Black Series on top, Chewbacca, and then it has Chewie right here, looking really cool. A nice little photo op of Chewie. This is 4 and up. Black Series Archive, Chewie, and it has Chewbacca right here. Star Wars: The Black Series, Chewbacca, and then it says, faithful first mate and co-pilot Chewbacca's loyalty stood by his captain's side through the twisting fortunes of the galaxy turmoil. This video actually came out in 2015, so it's not the Empire Strikes Back one. A lot of collectors are saying this is one of the most original Chewies because it's a redo on that figure. It got some photoreal, but it's not the Empire Strikes Back one that everyone says is probably one of the best Chewies. Okay, guys, with all that being said, let's crack this thing open and see this furry Wookiee. And look how big the package is for him too. It's very narrow. So let's crack this thing open. And I had a clean, nice slice on the card back, which is okay, guys. So I'm back. I'm trying to figure out how his bowcaster goes, but who cares? So Chewbacca only comes with one accessory right here, which is his bowcaster rifle, looking really cool. I'm trying to figure out how to add it onto the figure, but it comes in 2 different parts. I just love the gunmetal gray detail to the top of it, and this one has so much detail. He just has a big gun. Chewie just has a massive gun. It just looks really cool. His blaster is always fun, super iconic, and Hasbro did a really good job of sculpting this, so this is a great one to the archive line. So, okay guys, now it's time to take a look at our head sculpt of our Wookiee. So here's a closer look at our Chewbacca head sculpt, or Chewie's head sculpt, and Chewie's head looks amazing. He looks so good. Look at him up close. He's got the beautiful green eyes and a wide, cranky, yelling smile. You know how he does. It's almost like talking kind of thing to Han Solo, which is really cool. And then he has some nice, beautiful fur details all over his head. And I love the brush strokes on the paint. So the paint job is really cool. Moving down on the figure, we got this beautiful bandolier that is sculpted in one piece, looking really cool. We got his little satchel right there. I wish they can actually make one of these in real life, because I really want one, because I think it looks really cool. And then he comes with all sorts of fur and texture details on the figure, and it looks magnificent. Got some nice dark browns, and then caramels and light browns all over the body of our Chewbacca. And the same thing with more lightish browns and lightish tones on camera. On camera it kind of looks darker, but in person in the light box it looks very light. Indeed, with all the fur detail. So he's sculpted really well, and he just looks like an actually really cool animal. He actually comes with this beautiful gray hands right here, looking really nice. Some gray hands representing his hands, which is really cool. It really reminds me of the Labyrinth, you know, that one character that Jim Henson created. It kind of reminds me of that with his hands. Very lifelike. It kind of reminds me of the Sasquatch a little bit with his big feet. And he got some nice painted toenails, everything right there, and his feet have fur on them, almost looks like socks. So, look really cool. And the bottom of it looks like every single Wookiee, so it looks really nice. And then this peg holes on the bottom of the feet. It's not a peg warmer. So, yeah, that's our Chewbacca. I gotta tell you this Chewbacca figure is magnificent. Before I load them up, I'm going to look up how to add the bowcaster on the figure, because I'm trying to figure out where that goes. But Chewie's articulation. So Chewie's head can move up this much, guys. You can look down that much. It doesn't really have too much range on the head because his head kind of stays in one spot. His arms go this much. Just be mindful the bandolier kind of gets in the way just a little bit. So his arms move out this much. He has ab crunch, width of it that goes side to side. Not a lot of ab crunch, because ab crunch can go this much, but not too far. He has tight legs, so a little bit of a issue right there, a little bit of tight legs, but it's mostly for a standing pose for the figure. He has double jointed knees, like a single jointed knee on our Chewie, double jointed knee on our Chewie. Then we have a double jointed elbow, which is kind of tight for the arms, and the arms move out this much, like this. And then he also has hand pivot as well. Okay guys, so my dad actually helped me add the bowcaster, and it looks really nice. Problem is, do not move his arm once the bowcaster is in place, because mine popped off on top where this little blaster is. Just be very careful with that. And Hasbro did a really good job of sculpting it. So I'm gonna give you this little angle. So yeah, he's a little top heavy, but he figured out he's a Wookiee. So just be very, very gentle. Okay, with that little aggression going away, this is Chewie all posed up, and he just looks amazing with his iconic bowcaster. So we're gonna compare him with two other Rebellion heroes, people that you need to see. This person claims to think this is a walking carpet. This is none other than Princess Leia. Sorry for the Shrek references, guys. I thought it would be funny, but here's Chewie next to Princess Leia. And yeah, are you a little too short to be a stormtrooper? Because look at the size of Leia compared to this Wookiee. And they look really nice side by side of A New Hope comparison. Chewie's massive. Honestly, here is the iconic duo right here, Chewie and Han Solo. This happens to be the Return of the Jedi. Han Solo happens to be my favorite adaptation of Han. But they look so good side by side. I absolutely love these two. And they look really good. Look how photoetic they look. They look amazing. Oh, they look so good. So, with this all being said, this figure of Chewbacca has to be one of my favorite Black Series figures because he is very iconic. And there's so much you can do by posing him and setting him up in different ways. But I think he just looks amazing, and I just love the sculpt. It's almost how I envision Chewbacca, because there's many versions of how his fur is laid, but I thought this one's the most natural looking, because he has this open, yelling face, but it almost looks like he's smiling and having a good old time. And he just looks really cute, and I can't tell you enough about how much I just love Chewie. My only problem about the figure is the bowcaster kind of is hard to place and falls apart easily, and the only other problem I see about this figure is the bandolier, so I don't know if I should super glue it down. Leave in the comments on what I should do about it, any way to fix it, because when I move around the figure, it just kind of pops up and down and not in place. It doesn't really stay in place, if you will. So, with all that being said, it's a solid rating of 8/10 out of 10 for me, because I'm a massive Star Wars fan and a great way to add to the shelf. And this is probably the last figure of 2022 and the first figure of 2023, even though it's an older figure. So, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment, and let me know what you guys think about Chewbacca. What's your favorite Chewie moment? Mine personally is the walking carpet quote, and I just love him with C-3PO on his back and Empire, and I just love him in Return of the Jedi as well. Him and the net, it's hilarious. So I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later for more Black Series content. And let me know what figures you guys want to see me review next, and leave a comment. So see you guys later. Bye.